Today we're visiting a meat factory to find out how McDonald's hamburgers are made. The process starts on cattle farms where thousands of cows are raised. These cows are carefully selected to ensure high-quality beef. Once they reach the right size, they are sent to slaughterhouses, where the meat is processed and prepared for transportation to McDonald's suppliers. McDonald's claims that their burgers contain no preservatives, but some people have doubts about this. To clarify, we visited a supplier factory where an astonishing 5 million hamburger patties are produced every single day. This massive facility, about the size of a football field, is one of the largest suppliers for McDonald's. In fact, 90% of its total production is dedicated solely to the fast food giant. The process begins with quality control, making sure that the meat is completely free of bones. Then it is stored in large boxes, each holding up to 500 kilos of beef. With around 500 of these containers used daily, the scale of operations is truly impressive. Once the meat has passed inspection, it moves on to the grinding stage. Gigantic industrial grinders break it down into finely ground beef. These machines are designed to ensure that no bone fragments or unwanted materials make it into the final product. When the meat reaches the perfect consistency, it is shaped into uniform patties. To preserve freshness, the patties are immediately frozen at a chilling -18°C. Despite the immense production volume, only about 100 people work in the factory, as most tasks are highly automated. In total, the facility has the capacity to produce up to 30 million hamburger patties per week, although actual output may be slightly lower depending on demand. McDonald's burgers are designed to have a specific fat content. Each patty contains about 20% fat, ensuring a juicy texture. Once shaped, the patties are carefully packed into plastic bags and then placed into sturdy cardboard boxes. Before shipping, a special machine wraps these boxes in protective plastic, sealing in freshness until they arrive at distribution centers. When they finally reach McDonald's restaurants, the patties are still completely frozen. #### cooking the meat. At the restaurant, the frozen patties go straight onto a specially designed grill. This unique machine applies heat from both the top and the bottom simultaneously, drastically cutting down cooking time. In just 40 seconds, the burgers are fully cooked and ready for seasoning. Unlike traditional methods where seasoning is added before cooking, McDonald's sprinkles salt and pepper onto the patties after they have been grilled. ### the bun. A McDonald's hamburger wouldn't be complete without its signature bun. The process of making these buns starts with a mixture of flour, water, liquid yeast, and salt. To achieve the ideal texture, additional proteins and preservatives are added. The dough is then mixed in large industrial blenders and left to ferment for a few hours. After fermentation, sugar is added, and the dough is shaped into small portions before being placed into baking molds. Before they go into the oven, sesame seeds are sprinkled on top. The buns are then baked at a high temperature of 240°C for exactly 10 minutes, developing their signature golden brown color. Once cooled, they undergo a final inspection before being packaged in plastic bags and sent to McDonald's locations. ### the lettuce. Freshness is key for McDonald's lettuce. After being harvested, the lettuce heads are transported to a processing facility, where they are thoroughly washed and cut into smaller portions. An automated machine shreds them into thin strips before moving them along a conveyor belt into large water tanks. These tanks use controlled vibrations to shake off any remaining dirt or impurities. After a final round of cleaning, the shredded lettuce is packed and sent off to McDonald's restaurants. ### the cheese. McDonald's uses a special processed cheese that melts evenly and stays fresh longer than traditional cheese. At the factory, a rotating mechanical arm slices thousands of cheese sheets, ensuring uniform thickness. These cheese slices are then stacked, packed, and shipped to restaurants worldwide. ### assembling the burger. Once all the ingredients arrive at the restaurant, it's time to put everything together. As the meat cooks, the buns are toasted in an electric oven. Once ready, the grilled patty is placed onto the bottom bun with a spatula. Next, the condiments, ketchup, mustard, and pickles, are added in precise amounts to ensure consistency. Finally, the top bun is placed over the patty, completing the burger. Before being served, each hamburger is wrapped and placed in a warming unit, keeping it hot and fresh until a customer orders it. Incredibly, the entire process, from taking the frozen patty out of storage to handing a finished burger to the customer, takes just about a minute and a half. Now that you've seen how McDonald's hamburgers are made, do they still seem as appetizing to you? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're curious about how McDonald's cheese and fries are made, You'll find the links in the description and the first comment. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might find it interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.